Oh wait, no, you're not supposed to start yet. No, no.
Oh wait, it's okay. All I did was run forward and get hit.
No, that's fine. I am Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Hi. Yeah. Anyway, let's start the game now. You can start again.
Okay. I'll go stand back where I was.
No, that's fine. You just keep going.
Okay. I'm behind anyway, so. I'm very behind.
Anyway, last time we did the ball sack boss, and
Also, we abruptly left because we both lost track of time and almost missed the PlayStation showcase.
there's something like that.
Oh, we watched it on stream, that's right. Forgot we did that on stream.
And it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm interested in the Metal Gear stuff. Other than that, I wasn't super... I mean, I don't think there was anything terrible. That's just the only thing I was really interested in. It's the only thing I might realistically actually play, because I've wanted to get into Metal Gear for a while, so if they're releasing the first two, I feel like maybe... First three, sorry.
Yeah, I recently downloaded Metal Gear Solid on the PS3, which is like the PS1 version, like on emulation kind of thing.
Have they shut down the PlayStation Store yet?
No.
I know it was...
But
something was happening with it.
no, they delayed it, but it will be any day now. But
That's
I
gonna
modded my
suck,
PS3, so I mostly just use like the shop.
They really should try and find a way to get all the PS1 games in there. Maybe there's probably the problem with the PS3 is that it's built on really weird hardware, which is why porting stuff from the PS3 to newer systems is such an awkward process, which a lot of people don't do. A lot of devs don't try to port their games, and when they do, it sometimes comes out kind of messy.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, I'm trying to think of an example of a PS3, but I can't think of any off the top of my head, but all I know is the PS3 was built on weird spaghetti hardware, and a lot of devs. That's one of the reasons why the performance in it's so weird.
It's because they used like the GPU was used for a lot of like CPU effects. Actually, it was the other way around. What they did is they used the CPU for a lot of video effects, which made it very weirdly hard to. And it's also got like 7 SPUs, which is like a weird version of core. Very confusing CPU.
Yeah, because even when like... I swear that's one of the reasons they did the whole PlayStation Now thing, because they were like, we cannot get this stuff to run.
Well, what's weird is that even on emulation, the Xbox 360 one is much better than the PS3 one.
Just the 360 is just built better hardware. Like,
well, I'm saying that the 360 emulator isn't much better in terms of performance than the
is it actually an emulator they're running, or are they just able to get the games running on Xbox? I don't know anything about stuff, so...
no. It's an... Well, the PC emulator is emulation, but for the Xbox, like, One versions, they're, like, recompiled to run on Xbox One. So
that's
it's,
what
like,
I was talking about, yeah.
half emulation, half proper.
I was talking about the Xbox One. Because Sonic Unleashed on the Xbox One always really well. It's perfect.
Yeah, I think for the graphics it's emulated, for like the actual like the mathematics of it, it's all like recompiled to run natively on the Xbox.
Yeah.
Same with Mario Galaxy and All Stars. What they did is they recompiled like the CPU stuff to run natively, so it uses less power for the Switch. But then, and also Skyward Sword did the same thing, where the graphics, a lot of the graphics are all emulated, but...
Well, I know for Diablo 2, the Diablo 2 remaster, which was really good, what they literally had to do, because they literally just didn't have the source code for the original anymore, because, they had to, like, create a program that would, like, run a copy of the game with, like, as a visual overlay over the original game. Which, I don't fully get it, but I guess one advantage to it is because since the original game is technically always running underneath it, you can literally press a toggle to switch between like the new and the old graphics.
Well, that's what you can do in like Halo.
I was about to say, like in Halo, yeah. which is cool. Very few remasters do that. I wish more remakes did that. Truthfully, had some way to play the original version of it. I know some people would find it pointless, but I don't know. Like I'd like to be able to play with like the PS1 graphics in the Insane Trilogy, for example. Personally.
I don't see why somebody couldn't make that as like a mod.
I mean, someone made a PS1 Crash model mod, but the problem is that like they're like universes apart. Like the Insane Trilogy is like a ground-up remake. Like not even like the same engine or anything. Like they just tried their best to kind of copy over the assets. Also, I've run this level like 3 times and I'm still missing the middle star. What is it? I'm putting on a shameful display, as usual. I don't know how to play Mario. I don't know how to do the Mario.
Trying to find something.
I don't know how to swing my arms from side to side.
Me neither.
But how familiar are you with like Crash? Because that could be. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'd be willing to like play it, but I don't know if you would be interested in that.
Maybe. Yeah, I'm kind of shit at those games.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think they're the rage platformers that some game journalists may have made them out to be.
Journalists.
Journalists. Journalists. But I think they're definitely like not. They're definitely harder than most modern games, and there isn't like a difficulty setting in it either.
I hate how you have to like. I hate the whole like get all the blocks and stuff. I hate that because it's so annoying for collecting. Because I suck at it, and I can never get them all.
I like it, but what I don't like is the fact that there's some levels where you can't get all of them until you get an item from later in the game or a gem from later in the game, but it doesn't. Oh, actually, maybe it did in Insane Trilogy. I don't know, but usually it doesn't tell you. And you don't find out until you've started going through the level and you're like halfway through, and then it's like, oh, you can't get these ones, I'm sorry. And it's like, great. Well, if I'd known that, I wouldn't have gotten all the ones I got so far. I don't know. I like Crash though. I like Crash 4 as well, though some people
I never beat Crash 4, so...
It gets... The difficulty...
I've done the first 3 and a bit of Wrath of Cortex, that's about it.
Wrath of Cortex is kind of bad.
I haven't played it in many years, so...
I think the platforming levels are okay, but there's so many like annoying, gimmicky, vehicle-y levels that are just not fun.
I first played it when I got the GameCube back in like 2006, and then I haven't played it since.
It was one of my first... It was the first Crash game I ever played.
Ah! Maybe I should turn up my mic, I don't know.
I don't know where this star is. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind here. I don't know how to get good. I'm missing... What? Anyway.
I'm trying to do like a test. Hopefully the audio sounds a bit better now.
Okay. Where is this? I don't know where the star is.
Which star are you trying to find?
The middle one in this orangey autumny level. I've got the first and the last one, but I don't know where the middle one is.
Oh, I can tell you. It's like you have to like duck down and then you get it.
Duck down?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, what is...
Like at a waterfall, there's like an ledge thing you like duck under.
You go into a waterfall?
Yeah. No, it's like when you're like on the side of the thingy.
What do these words mean?
I
don't know what...
Just keep going and I'll tell you what I got.
Sorry, I know you're also trying to play the game at the same time. Alright. Well, I don't know. Is it on this coastery thing?
Yeah, kind of like that. Damn it!
Damn it. Essentially, this has just become a keep playing until you beat the game, and I'll just get as far as I can before then.
It's not at that point yet. You keep going.
I'm still gonna keep playing. Don't get me
No, I don't
wrong.
mean like that. I mean like
I'm still gonna keep.
you're nearly there. It's
I'm-
like underneath the waterfall. Like, look at that bridge. Look at the cavern thing, where the next
Oh,
thingy is,
like
and go in and then duck and go to the left, and then you're there.
the left.
No, keep going right and then go left again after.
Oh, after I drop down here.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I see. Oh, that is. Well played, Nintendo. Well played. Thank
got it.
for telling me.
Yeah, that was a hard one.
Yeah, I feel like. See, that one looks like there shouldn't be anything there. So that is like one of the more well hidden. I can see why you remembered it because that's one of the more sneaky ones. I feel like that's one of the more memorable ones just due to how sneaky and evil it is.
What the fuck? Where the hell is the first one? Ah!
Do you know the location of all the stars in this game, or just
No.
or
No.
you probably just remember it slightly better than I do then? Because I never 100%ed this, to be fair. So
No, I don't remember any of them. I'm just trying finding them as I go along.
just better at multitasking than I am.
Yeah, kind of like that.
No, I'm very bad at my brain.
If I see something, I get it.
My dyspraxic brain doesn't like to do more than one thing at a time. Well, no, I can do like 2 things at a time. In this case, I can play and talk at the same time, but I can't pay attention to what I'm doing. I wanna
Yeah! Did it.
You did it?
Did it.
Well, we have another showcase coming up, and probably
100 year.
probably another Nintendo-y one after that, if I had to guess. Where they'll probably show Pikmin and announce maybe some more fun virtual console stuff. I don't know. I don't really know how much Nintendo can do that's like first party that would get me that hyped, to be honest. I feel like all the things I want Nintendo to do are things they're probably just not going to do because they're just doing other stuff.
What if they did,
I'd be very happy, but...
What if they did,
I mean, I'd like a new 3D Donkey Kong, but I doubt they're gonna do that. I don't...
What's your favorite Nintendo game of all time?
Ooh. That is a good question.
Mine is Mario Galaxy 1.
I mean, the one I've spent the most time on is Pokemon, but I don't feel like it's Pokemon.
Which
It's
Pokemon?
I don't know. Oh, actually, in that case, now that I'm thinking of a specific Pokemon, I can maybe say that like Silver, Gold, and Crystal are among my favorite of Nintendo. I don't know. I think I just don't associate Pokemon when I think of like Nintendo. I mean, I think Pokemon is Nintendo, but when I think of like my favorite Nintendo game, I immediately try to think of like a platformer or something, I guess. Which is why I don't feel right saying
Do you think the
Pokemon.
original is better than Heart Gold?
I don't know about that. I think they're both. I would take either of them, truthfully. I mean, there's charm in the old blocky graphics, the old 8-bit or 16-bit or whatever bit graphics they had on the Game Boy.
4-bit.
I like that the
4-bit.
4-bit.
2-bit. Half-bit, quarter-bit.
Oh god. I'm becoming a The thing is,
Money!
I'm reacting to stuff like 3 seconds before it happens. Because of video delay. When I stream solo, I actually am able to fix that by adding an audio delay to my microphone.
Yeah, but then I wouldn't be able to easily, then I wouldn't be able to talk, and it would make no sense.
Oh, no, I'm saying when I'm streaming by myself, I do that, but I'm not. But for obvious reasons, I'm not doing that here because it wouldn't work. But when I'm doing a solo stream, it works very well.
So other than Pokemon, what is your favorite Nintendo game?
Yeah. Well, what's yours? Yours will be maybe
Mario Galaxy?
Oh, you did say that already. No, mine's not Mario Galaxy. I mean, I could name my favorite Mario game probably, but I don't. Favorite overall Nintendo game might be a bit tough for me to.
Damn it, I
decide.
lost it.
I'm jumping off on purpose here because I think I made a mistake.
What would be the thing that made you the hypest, though? What would be the announcement that would make you the hypest ever possible?
I mean, I feel a little bit lame for saying it, but probably like a remake or port of a game that I really like. Like, I don't know, we're gonna do the 3DS version of Zelda, but for all systems. Or like, well, of Ocarina of Time, sorry. Like, I feel like I'd be more excited by like a really polished remake than I would be by a new game, because I know more about. Maybe it's because there's more for me to know to get excited about, whereas I don't know what's going to be in a new game, so I am not immediately inclined to get as hyped, I guess.
That is the problem, isn't it?
Yeah, like
More excited for a remake than a new game, because you don't know what the new game will be like, but with the remake you know what it's going to be like.
Well, yeah, it's because like it's for the same reason I was more excited for Insane Trilogy than I was for
But what if it's like a sequel and it's literally like very similar to the original? Like,
I mean, it could be good, but as long as it's unknown territory, I'm never gonna really know. Whereas it's like when it's like a game you like but better. I don't know.
What about when it's like Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, where it's like new content on top of?
Depends on the game, I think. Like, I think in the case of like, I like in Persona 5 Royal, I got pretty excited for that, I guess.
What if they did like Ocarina of Time remake, but it's like Final Fantasy VII remake, where it's like all new content?
I mean, I'd be excited just for like the familiar set. I'd probably be excited by that. I'd probably be more excited by that than a new Zelda. Although that doesn't mean I wouldn't like the new Zelda better. I would just be more excited by the idea of it.
I would be over the moon as long as they don't add time ghosts. You know.
Time ghosts.
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, they changed the whole story of Final Fantasy VII by like adding time ghosts and making it was like a parody of Final Fantasy VII. Like they were instead of having all the things happen, like all the characters die, instead they had like ghosts that stop things from dying. It was like a.
I know that the stories got changed, but I never even finished the original Final Fantasy VII. I still want to go and play it. I've started playing it a bunch of times. Sometimes I've even got kind of far, but I just...
It goes very meta in that kind of sense, like they have a... They break the fourth wall, kinda. Like, oh yeah.
I mean, if they remade Persona 3 with some story changes, I wouldn't mind too much, depending on, like, how they do it. I know some people would be annoyed by it, but... Persona 3's ending was very, some people love it, they think it's great, some people annoyed it. It does a very, I won't spoil it, but it does pretty has a pretty risky ending is all I'll say. But I don't know. But okay, favorite Nintendo game. I want to actually answer this. I mean, I can tell you my favorite Mario game is probably Odyssey, which I know you're not huge on it, but Odyssey just hits a lot of notes for me personally.
Oh my god, that was awesome.
Favorite Zelda, probably. What's your favorite? Well, you know, what's your favorite Zelda? Because I think is it Skyward Sword? Because mine, I don't know if it's Ocarina or Majora. It's one of those, definitely.
I thought you never beat Majora. That's...
I beat it a couple of years ago.
Okay.
I was going through. I was gonna go and I was gonna play like every Zelda and beat all of them, but I didn't do that. And the only ones I ended up playing were I beat Phantom Hourglass 100%. I beat Majora 100%. Skyward Sword 100%. What else did I play? Anything else? I think I started Link to the Past and didn't commit to it.
Well, I've done Link to the Past. Most of the 2D ones I haven't done, but all the 3D ones I've done.
I really like Phantom Hourglass, I'll say. Phantom Hourglass.
I like Spirit Tracks. I never really played Phantom Hourglass except for like the beginning part.
Phantom Hourglass I think was really good.
I like trains, so...
I never played Spirit Tracks.
It's really good. But anyway,
yeah, I think Majora, I got a lot of appreciation for it after playing it, and I got to play the remake. I didn't finish it, but I played the 3DS remake after to see how
Oh,
it
you
felt.
played the original then, the N64 version?
Yeah, I played it on the collection. I streamed some
Oh
of it, but not all.
no, the collection.
I thought it was alright. Well,
Yeah, but it has a lot of bugs and it crashes a lot, that version, apparently. I don't own it, but I hear it's not the best.
I thought it was fine, but I mean, I don't know. I didn't have any crashes, I don't think, but I also, it's the only version, because that's the version I played when I first played the game, because I got it to a GameCube.
Yeah,
I
I mostly play the Wii Virtual Console version. Speaking of that, I recently fixed my old Wii U that broke, and I managed to get my old Majora's Mask save that I never finished. So I'm going to try and 100% it. The problem is, 100%ing that game where you don't know what you have or what you don't have is a blooming pain in the balls.
I think I 100%ed it.
I mean, I 100%ed it on the 3DS version, but I never did it for the N64.
I didn't 100% it on the 3DS, but I really liked... I thought... That's one of the few times when I think motion controls actually improve the game, because the gyro aiming makes a big difference for the first... for the shooting mini games and stuff like that. It's like night and day. It's so much
That shit is so hard on
Yeah, I did it on the...
That is like the hardest minigame on the N64 because it's so like...
I did it on the N64, so I got to appreciate the difference quite a lot, having done it with both versions.
By N64 you mean the GameCube version?
Oh, well, well, you know what I mean, the 64 version, like the original.
Well, it doesn't matter because all of it is... Because it's 20 FPS, it's so bloody... It's hard, is what I'm saying. It's very hard.
No, it was very difficult, I struggled a lot. It took a while.
But on the 3DS it's blooming easy!
Oh yeah, it's beautiful smooth player.
It went from the hardest minigame to like the easiest minigame.
Yeah, that's
All
fine.
because of the control.
It wasn't really the fun kind of hard anyway, it was like
Exactly.
It was the frustrating, annoying one kind. Which I think is a trap that a lot of like side content goes into in those kind of like big adventure RPG-ish kind of games.
It's kind of similar to Mario 64 because that game has a lot of hard challenges, but it's mostly due to the controls. Where like
isn't Donkey Kong 64
Mario 64 is what I said.
Yeah, but isn't Donkey Kong 64 like the pinnacle of that? Like that, but like worse.
I don't know. I never played it, so.
Never played it at all?
No, I started but I never actually got anywhere really.
No, well, I unlocked all the characters, but I didn't like beat the game or anything.
I'm scared to beat it.
I wanted.
I feel like I'd go insane.
Just a lot of backtracking, and some of the mini games are frustrating, I guess.
Yeah, but with my Mario 64, it's like very hard to like move into small directions and like
I think
the
Donkey
wall
Kong
jumping
64
isn't great. I said Mario 64.
No, I know you did, but I'm saying like I think all those problems are in Donkey Kong 64, but worse is what I'm saying.
Okay. I 100%ed Mario 64 on a keyboard.
I 100%ed it on the DS, but never the.
Oh, I did it on the
original.
DS and the original.
Though I did glitch up to. I do confess I glitched up to the roof before I actually got all the stars.
Yeah, that's easy on DS because you have Luigi and he does some insane broken shit. But you know the endless stairs doesn't work on the DS version. They patched it out. I tried to do it with Warrior for like an hour straight and it didn't work. I didn't realize it didn't actually work because it's not what. But I can do it on the you know.
Would you? If they okay, no, you finish what you're saying.
I used to think the only way to get to the top of the end of the stairs is by doing the glitch, so I took spent hours trying to do it. Because I didn't realize you needed to get 70 stars to get up there. I thought the main way to do it was doing the glitch.
On the 64 version, I did the glitch.
It's funny because, like, why would you think that was the main way to do it? It's so...
So, do you think... Would you say that if Mario 64 DS had, like, controls as good as the regular version, do you think people would consider it better? Or do you
I don't
think
know, because the graphics are worse, kinda.
Well, let's say they, like... I don't know.
If they, like, remade Mario 64 and had all DS content, that would be the best version.
Do you think so? Like, do you think content-wise, it's the best version?
Yeah, well, I mean, it has the same content, doesn't it, except more.
I know, but there's also some nuance some people might find it compelling. Like, maybe some people don't like the whole switching characters thing.
I don't like the battery stuff. No,
I mean,
not the battery, the rabbits. The rabbits are really annoying because I can't find the last one, even though I have all the minigames, and I don't understand how I have all the minigames, but I only have 27 of 28 rabbits. I don't understand. Doesn't make any sense. How can I have all the minigames, but not all the rabbits? Explain that.
I barely remember to be the game.
Because I
well,
can't...
no, I remember Mario 64 is not DS extra stuff.
Yeah, there's only one rabbit in Mario 64, that's easy.
I never 100%ed the 64 version. But
I did.
You could argue that it's harder on the DS because there's more stars, I guess?
Yeah, I haven't 100%ed it because I literally cannot, because it's impossible, because I don't understand what...
It's a bug, I guess.
The game is broken, yeah, it is a bug, because I don't fucking understand. And they don't tell you where they all are, they don't tell you which ones you haven't got, so... Damn you, Mario. Have you seen the Big Bang Theory episode where Mario is on the laptop? And it's really shit.
I'm not being truthful, I never liked Big Bang Theory.
No, it's like the worst show ever made. Yeah.
Huh? Do you not like it?
No.
Oh, okay, good. I feel like most of the people that like it are people, or are like mothers, or like people who who like know someone who's like a quote-unquote nerd, and they're like, oh, it's just like you, when it's actually nothing like them at all. It's just...
That's pretty much it.
Those are the people that seem to like it from my experience. Like, my grandma was really into it, and she kept saying, oh,
people
just
that, like, don't know what comedy is, and they think references are funny because it's relatable.
No, it's not even that it's relatable, it's because they're always like, oh, this person's so nerdy, he's naming all these nerd things, when it's like, it's not funny at all, he's just naming things. It's like, to someone who doesn't know those things, they probably think, oh, that's so funny, what a nerd. But it's actually really not that funny at all. It's just...
I mean, it's funny in the fact that it's so unfunny. That's why the,
I guess.
The funniness is laughing at the fact that the show exists and how bad it is.
I mean, it's quite... I know people who ironically like it.
Yeah, why wouldn't you ironically like it?
No, I mean, as in people who like it because they actually think it's good, not just.
No, that's
because it's okay.
unironically. Yeah.
Yeah, unironically, yeah, that's what I said.
I thought you said ironically.
It's probably just. I tend to slur my words a lot. I tend to talk too fast.
Ah, those fucking cat boobs. Ah!
Wow, I got all
The
stars in
cats
one
that are bullet bills and they meow.
Oh, they're annoying.
What the hell? That's so weird. They're fucking meow. That's crazy. They're fucking like meowing. This game is so fun though. This game is so fun, but it's more fun playing it while talking to someone because it's such like an easy game to just go through and not think about, you know.
Also, it's just as much as I like to say that views don't matter, it is boring talking to yourself on Twitch, like when no one's watching.
Yeah, I don't think this game would be anywhere near as fun if I wasn't talking to someone.
Yeah, it goes a long way because living in an echo chamber is boring. Like
I agree.
That's why, like, literally, when I used to like stream like all the time, I would literally just have like 1 or 2 regular viewers, and it made it feel like so much more fulfilling than when I streamed to nobody. It makes a big.
Maybe I should hire someone to talk to me on stream.
Hire someone.
Yeah, like get like an actor or somebody to like watch me play games, like pay them to like watch me play the stream and talk to me in the chat.
Twitch is it's funny like that, where it's like it can. I feel like sometimes Twitch can be kind of. Oh, sorry. I'm hearing Discord bleeps right now. But I'm gonna not respond to them because I'm doing this.
I think they should like prioritize like people that don't have any views. That's what I think.
Maybe. I will say I know people complain a lot about Twitch, but I will fully admit that if I was given control of Twitch, I'd have no idea what the right thing to do would be. For the
make it
website.
like. Well, I don't see why Twitch get 50% of a subscription. That's ridiculous.
That is quite a lot.
Because if you think about it in a tax sort of way, imagine if for your taxes, 50% of your money that you got every month goes to the government. Imagine that. That sounds insane. But really, it's like 0% up to like the first 12,000. So that's what they should do for Twitch. Make it like the tax system.
I don't know how up to date this is, but I heard once that like if you're a US citizen living in Japan, you have to pay like 70% on taxes or something because there's not like a tax agreement or something.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's like, so if someone's living in Japan, you gotta know they really want to live there. I've never been to Japan. I do kind of want to go sometime.
I've been many not times because I've never been, except I have been. So. I haven't been in a while though, and I want to go. But
so you actually have been?
I have been, but I haven't been in years, and I want to go because it's so expensive to go there.
Well,
because plane tickets. Yes, it's good.
Thing
I
is,
bought a lot of stuff.
Problem is, I'm not a very outgoing person, so I'm not really the best person to like go to another country. Whenever I've like I tried going. I've been to Summer of Sonic a couple times when that was the thing. And I just felt like I just felt overwhelmed by the crowd, and I didn't go with anybody. Like I was kind of just dropped off because I only had 1 ticket. So I
don't usually go with people, but I do see people, and I meet some people there at the place. Like if I know somebody that's going, I meet up with them and like do stuff.
The thing is, I never knew anyone that was going, and I'm notoriously bad. I'm notoriously bad at like breaking the ice with people. Like I'm very bad at making friends.
Well, so am I, but like I have one friend.
Well, usually the friends I have are people who talk to me first, because I suck at talking to people. I'm shy. Yeah.
It just happens for me. It just happens.
Yeah, same.
Here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna talk to him.
Is that Mike Ehrmantraut?
Yeah.
Well, here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna play Mario 3D You're not gonna cry when you can't get the middle star because you don't have the right power up.
Yeah, that was better than mine.
I like Mike. He's my favorite character
Yeah.
in that universe. Oh, it's down here. It was down here all
The
the
Slippin'
time.
Jimmy universe.
That's the Breaking Jimmy universe.
Have you seen Slippin' Jimmy?
The cartoon?
Yeah.
I didn't, but I hear it's awful.
Yeah, but that's why it's so good. Because they make like these two insanely well-produced shows, and then they make this like really crappy cartoon.
How did it get made? Like, what happened? Like, who is it for?
No one. Literally no one.
It's-
Other
it
than
seems
people that think it's so bad that it's good and like want to hate watch it, like the Velma show.
I mean, I can see the appeal in that, but I just kind of... I mean, I can see the appeal in it. I just kind of don't understand why it exists in the first place. Like, what made them want to make it?
Did you see
Is
the
it-
Velma show?
No, but I've heard the tales of how it's a really cringy, bad thing. That's all I know.
Yeah, and many people watched it because of how bad it is, and you know, great
I
idea.
will say, I actually do like the art style in it, though. I think a few people said that the art style's nice, but just the writing is terrible.
I prefer 12-ounce Mouse. That's pretty good. Have you seen that? It's like a show that's made in MS Paint, and it looks like really basic. It's like stick figures, but it's...
Is it actually like good though?
Yeah, I think it's pretty good, yeah. It's on a 4OD, I think, if you want, like, channel 404, like the streaming service.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if you have like a TV license or whatever.
Well, I watched the... I did get the All 4. Is it on All 4?
Yeah, yeah, that.
I got that and I just watched, what's it called? Not Smiling Friends. I like the,
That's my favorite.
I like Smiling Friends. Smiling Friends is good, but that's not what I'm just trying to think of. Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, that's it.
Oh, that's a TV show? I only
They-
saw like the original YouTube videos.
Well, they made it, they made a TV show, it's like 6 episodes long, but it's like the same character. It's
I'm
quite
not really,
good.
I don't really like those gory kind of things. Like, I'm more into
Oh.
like the cartoony stuff, not like the hyper-realistic stuff.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, when I was a kid, I hated anything that wasn't cartoon based.
Well, I hate like stuff like Happy Tree Friends. I hate that shit. Ooh. I have PTSD from that.
It's kind of funny to think that the writers for that wrote the Sonic games for a while.
Yeah, that's weird. At least they didn't
Also-
put anything gory in the Sonic games.
I hated the... I mean, okay, the Sonic Colors was kind of okay, but it just got kind of bad after that. Like, they wrote Sonic Boom show as well, which... Well, some episodes of Sonic Boom were actually good. But they openly admitted that they had never played a Sonic game when they got the job to write Sonic Colors, though, which is so embarrassing.
They should have got me to write it.
Was the
Even though I
Sega
was,
scene...
like-
There was a period of time where Sega felt like they had to make Sonic appealing to people who didn't like Sonic. Like, that's a really bad business strategy.
Why
It's
don't
like
they
they
just
thought-
make him like a guy that is like a realistic hedgehog that likes chili dogs? Like,
I mean, they kind of did, and everyone hated it. I mean, I know it's not exactly what you're saying, but the
no,
first
they've never made a
Sonic-
realistic Sonic, like a hedgehog, like an actual, like a Sonic that actually looks like a hedgehog. He always looks like a weird anamorphic thing, but he never actually looks like a hedgehog. Well, I think they should make him look like an actual hedgehog.
Well, as long as I think one thing that Sonic fans can agree on, which is a very rare thing, is that nobody wants the Sonic movie design. The first one they showed.
Why not? That's good.
Well, the thing is, nobody, like, unironically likes it, that's the thing. Like, the people who like it just like it because it's, like, so terrible when it's, like, hilarious. Like, nobody, like, unironically loves that design.
He was in the
Never-
Chippendale movie.
Yeah, but they literally talking about how bad it was. Like, that's... Though I will say, I tried to watch that, and I just did not.
I like that film. I thought it was pretty good. I liked it more than the Alvin and the Chipmunks movie. You know?
It's not a very high bar though.
Yeah. Though to be fair, I never really saw that film, so
I saw the first one.
maybe it's a masterpiece, and I don't know. Maybe I'm judging a book by its cover.
It's not a masterpiece. Your life is not. You didn't miss any big life-changing experiences by not seeing it.
I remember when they announced the sequel, and it was called The Squeakquel.
That was dumb. Stupid.
That's like the worst name ever. And
I'm sure there's some kids that thought it was hilarious. I don't mind when they make jokes that are just for kids. I just prefer it when they make things that can be enjoyed by all ages, like Shrek, for example.
yeah,
Watch the first
sure.
two at least. Shrek 3 and 4. I still haven't seen Puss in Boots either.
Oh, that was so good.
I hear it's really good. I just never saw it. Maybe someday.
I don't like how they have like really like out there like fairy tale characters. Like they don't usually have like the normal ones you think of. They usually have like really like ones that Disney have never actually touched, like Goldilocks and the Three Bears or like something like that. And they never actually go for like the big popular ones. They go for the ones that nobody really thinks about that often. It's almost like they're scared that Disney will sue them for using their characters when they're not really their characters. They're like public domain.
Well, there was definitely a period of time where Disney were very liberal with their threatening of suing people. I don't know. They might still have that to an extent, but like, I don't know if you know the whole situation with The Lion King, where that entire movie was basically a full rip-off of like another established movie.
Well, it was like this film,
Oh.
this Japanese film they made, and there was
Yeah.
also like a rip-off of the Hamlet as well.
Yeah, but the thing that's really messed up is that they tried to sue them at some point. Like Disney claimed that Kimbo was like infringing their
You know, it came out
copyright.
before.
Yeah.
It's kind of like how the Universal Donkey Kong thing, like how they tried to sue Nintendo even though King Kong was public domain.
Yeah. That's. Has that been settled yet?
Yeah,
was
it
like
got
a-
set about 50 years ago.
No, but just because I heard there was a court thing about it like a couple years ago where they said like. I only know because Grant Kirkhope even like tweeted about it. Like there was like a thing where they talked about it in court where Donkey Kong was considered like not a rip-off of King Kong because he's like non-sexual in nature or something. Which
What?
I don't get what it means. But like there was a thing. It was like maybe a year or two ago.
Never heard of that. No, okay.
Like Grant Kirkhope, like someone tweeted like I have no idea what to do with this information, and then Grant Kirkhope responded saying okay.
Yeah, Donkey Kong is not sexual even though he likes Candy Kong and wants to like go on a date with her. So I don't know what the hell they're talking about because Donkey Kong is very sexual. He wants candy.
We'll probably never see Candy Kong again. I'm pretty sure the world would not like.
What if
to
they
see that.
what if the next Nintendo Direct they announce like they're rebooting the Donkey Kong Country TV show and it has the exact same graphics?
I mean, I mean, I'm sure some people would be happy.
I would be very happy. And it has the same exact voice cast and everything.
I would be fine with the voice cast. I thought those voices were fine, honestly.
And it has like instead of 2 songs per episode, it has 3 songs per episode now.
I don't know. I didn't send you that King K. Rool animation, did I?
No.
Someone made. I need to send you that where they actually got the original show actors. I need to send you that. I must remember.
I sent you something. I can't remember what it was, but I did send you something.
You sent me the thing about Dragon Ball Blu-rays.
Oh yeah, that. But I sent you something else other than that. I can't remember what it was though.
I'll have a look. Oh, I actually got all the stars in one run once again. It's almost like I'm slowly learning how to not suck at this game. If I wasn't talking, well, I'd be
That's
doing
fine.
better. I might still be losing, but I'd be losing less. Okay, here's 3 stars.
What you want?
Huh?
No, somebody's at the door.
Super Nintendo.
Huh?
You're being really, really noisy.
I'm not being that noisy.
You can hear every word you're saying.
Well, then put some headphones on. I'm talking.
No, you need to go to bed.
I don't need to go to bed right now.
No,
I'm fine.
No, because we're getting up tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll get up fine. I'm not tired
Can you
right
just
now.
please be quiet?
I will be a bit quieter,
No,
yes.
very much quieter. I don't want to hear you.
Don't worry about that.
I like these. I kind of like these levels with the changing blocks. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need all these clones of Toad.
Like Captain Toad is like stuck in the pipe and he won't get out. I don't understand him.
Oh, I haven't done a Captain Toad level in a while.
Oh, the level you're on right now is really hard to get the third one. So
Oh no.
good luck.
Does it require clones?
Yes, 2 of them.
2 of them. Oh, only 2 of them. Okay. I don't need like 6 or something.
No.
Okay.
But you might need 6 hands to figure out.
Oh my god. Is it? Oh, do you mean like hard to get as in it's really well hidden?
No.
Oh, it's just like difficult to actually get it.
Yeah.
Okay. God, trying to sync up clones is so finicky sometimes.
I know. What's she talking about? It's only 11:20. That's not late at all.
Somehow I thought it was later than that. I think just because
No.
I've been staying up. I've been waking up much later lately, so my sense of time is completely messed up right now. Oh, I need 4 here. Oh, it's only a stamp level. Okay. That's fine. I don't care.
I've been going to bed too late and I've been waking up at like 11.
I mean, we can stop at any time. Just
No, I've only been doing it for like 2 seconds.
How long have we been streaming for?
45 minutes.
Okay.
So,
Oh, I lost my clothes.
ow. Next time we do it, we should probably start doing it earlier, maybe, I don't know.
I don't mind.
I need to move out.
I haven't moved out of my family home yet. Probably won't for a while. Too many
Well,
things to take care of first.
if you don't have annoying parents, it's not so bad. I like this house. Don't like having people bitch over.
Isn't there a level in like the secret extra world where there's like Mario Galaxy music or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought there was.
Damn it, I fucking missed the fucking thing again.
Okay, so that's the second one. So you say the third one in this level. Oh, this scary slide. I hate this scary slide.
Yeah, that's the problem.
One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, I'm counting the bleeps because I can't hear it.
Oh, don't worry.
Can I get this? I think so.
Yeah, you have to like...
Oh, that wasn't hard. That was easy.
Well, I found it very hard.
No,
I just suck at timing.
Oh boy. Okay, I just gotta walk into it. Yay. I think, or maybe it's the fact that I was prepared for it to be super duper hard made it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Alright, what's the next level? That was a nice level. I like that. The vanishing blocks are always a little bit intimidating.
I hope we get some people in here soon.
What's this guy? Spike slot. Oh, Spike. Right.
How the hell am I meant to get that?
I don't remember
Oh shit,
this
I had a
level.
freaking...
I don't remember. Oh wait, no, maybe I do remember this level. I was gonna say, what is
Yeah.
this like Donkey Kong kind of level going on here? But I just remembered. Yeah, I actually do know this level. I remember somehow. I thought it. Oh my god. Okay. Well, that was stupid of me. I deserve that.
I remember every level.
Well, I remember it now that I'm, like, seeing some of the landmarks, but when I first saw it, I didn't immediately recognize it somehow. I don't think I needed to kill all of them, but I did it anyway. Oh, excuse me. So there's something over here, just a spam.
Bosses are a bit too easy in this game.
The bosses.
Yeah. What's the
Oh.
longest stream you've ever done?
The longest what? Longest
Twitch
stream?
stream, yeah.
Oh gosh, oh, I'm sure I've done some pretty long ones. Usually when I stream now, it's only for like maybe an hour or two.
Do you get people in it from doing that? 'Cause I never usually.
Rarely.
Yeah. I usually find the longer, the more chance of you getting someone in. So trying to stream for like at least 2 or 3 hours.
I mean, sometimes when I'm playing like Skyrim or Persona 3, I get views, but most of the views
it's
I
not
got
really
were
about-
people who were watching. When I used to stream a lot and I had some regular viewers, a lot of the time they were like people who were just like Sonic fans, like I was. So, because I played a lot of Sonic games, they
Maybe I should play a lot of Sonic games.
I mean, if would you want to? If, I mean, I don't.
I
I
don't
will
know.
say I don't get as many people when I play Sonic games now. But
Yeah, it's too
oh, actually, when I played
saturated.
Sonic Origins, I think I got some views. Oh no, it wasn't Sonic Origins. It was someone did a decompilation of the mobile ports that was better than Sonic Origins. Anyway,
It
what?
was. I'm trying to think of what games I should play on stream because I played Zelda and nobody watched that. And then
Which Zelda was it?
The
I
new
mean,
one.
I think sometimes.
oh, this level looks so good. This is my favorite level, I think. It's like a shipwreck level.
Yeah. I see, yeah, but I can't actually see it.
Well, you'll see it eventually.
Yeah, it sounds familiar. Okay, there's too many directions to go in, but I see which one has the star, so I'll go that way.
I want to start speedrunning Bowser's Fury.
I still haven't even played it.
It's like a short game. I usually like speedrunning shorter games because I toilet time.
I mean, I'd be some of the games I play are kind of short. I mean, Crash Bandicoot 1 is pretty short if you're not going for the boxes, so yeah, I'd be fine to play that sometime.
Yeah, but we wouldn't do it all one session, would we?
Crash Bandicoot 1?
Yeah.
I mean, I can beat that game in like an hour and a half, 2 hours if we're not doing boxes. Yeah, we don't have to
What's
do it all in one session.
boxes? Oh, boxes, not bosses. Okay. I missed the first one.
My favorite Crash is definitely Crash 2, though.
My one is when the computer crashes.
I didn't like that one. Have I asked you what your favorite Sonic game is? I probably have.
It's an adventure one.
Yeah, that's mine as well. Specifically the PC version with mods, though.
I don't really care that much about which version it is. Any version will do.
I mean, I'll
mostly
enjoy
played
any
the,
version because I like the game, but I would
mostly
prefer
just
to
played the
play.
PS3 version. I played a bit of the PC version though too.
I mean, I'd like to have played with the Dreamcast graphics if possible, rather. Ideally, I'd like to play with the Dreamcast graphics. They're just
Bowser.
better.
It doesn't matter now. Which version do you like of that song? I like the first
both,
one.
but I prefer the first one. Yeah. I prefer most of them. I prefer from the first game.
I think Believe in Myself is better for the second one. Because I feel like the...
I don't know. I think I just like the first one better because it's just more familiar to me. I don't know. They're both good.
Which version of City Escape do you like more?
No, I actually don't have a simple answer to that because there's a lot. I mean, I'm honestly, I mean, I'm torn between the original and the Generations like classic remix.
I love the classic one, yeah, that's my favourite.
Modern one's okay, but I definitely wouldn't say it's as good as the original.
I don't understand the Generations version of Supersonic Racing because they have like a weird like intro with like the commercial for the Sega Saturn.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a throwback to like an old commercial because of the fact that Sonic R was a Saturn game, I guess.
It's very weird.
Sonic and the Saturn, Sonic's relationship. Sonic didn't really have a strong Saturn game. I mean, there was Sonic Extreme, but it was buggy, from what I hear. I've got it, but I haven't really properly like played the Like, I only messed around with the Sonic world, but apparently like the emulations of the classic games are a little buggy.
You mean Sonic Jam?
Sonic Jam. Did I say Extreme? I meant Jam. Extreme didn't see the light of day.
I mean, wasn't there like a prototype that leaked or something of
Yeah.
Sonic Extreme?
Oh yeah, there was a prototype. Someone made a fan game with the intention of like rebuilding it, realizing it.
What like unreleased game would you like to see most?
Well, that one for starters, but unreleased game. I mean, they were gonna make a Conquer sequel. That might have been fun. Like, they had some fun-sounding ideas for it.
Mine is like Mother 3 Earthbound 64.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice.
I mean, we got the Zelda one, mostly.
Oh no, you know what I would like is what Raving Rabbids was originally going to be, because that was straight up going to be Rayman 4 originally, and they just like someone even managed to found like an old build where like some early stuff.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So yeah, that's.
Yeah, but how far did they get in that? Like, you can't like.
Well, I mean, I would have liked them to have finished it, is what I mean.
Yeah, I'm saying like based on what is like known to be
Oh,
finished.
right. Well, I mean, most of them are playable in that case, aren't they? Like a lot of these unreleased games.
Yeah, but you can't. No, you can't play Mother 3.
Oh. Well, I mean, well, I guess all the ones that I know about, they're playable in some form, but I haven't actually, like, I never played Sonic Extreme.
Yeah, I'm saying like based on all the ones that haven't released.
I don't really think there's any, if we're talking purely about the state they were left in.
Yeah. Well, there's like 12 Tales, which look pretty good. Which is like the prototype for Conker's Bad Fur Day.
I mean, I can see why it changed though. 'Cause, I mean, there were plenty of games like that already.
I want to see the prototype for Mario 64.
I feel like Conquer would not have been remembered anywhere nearly as much if it wasn't what it was.
How do I get this fire thing off? How do I get the fire off?
I do not know. Data not found.
I'm a fire blazer.
What is this? 2008 YouTube?
Yeah, it is. You know, those old memes still hold up. Memes like in the last 5 years, I can barely think of them because they're so lame.
Well, they change a lot as well. Like memes come and go a lot quicker now.
I know. They don't hold up as well, I think.
I feel like. Yeah, you know what? You're right. I feel like most memes just become annoying once they've overstayed their welcome. Whereas I still, when I see the old YouTube group things, I'm kind of like, yay.
Yeah.
Over there. I remember those days.
Oh, there you go. I got it.
What would you want them to show at the next Nintendo Direct?
Mario Galaxy 3, but other than that, like what I said earlier, like Ocarina of Time remake, but with like new dungeons and like a expanded upon story, like a reimagining of Ocarina of Time.
Yeah,
With like
I mean,
a like,
it'd be nice if they would at least re-release the 3DS version.
yeah. But do they have like better textures for that game?
Yeah, that's one thing about that game that I think is a little misunderstood. Like, even though there's this really high-quality new Link model with like new animations and stuff, a lot of the models in that game are actually just the same. Like same animations, same model, same rig and everything. They kind of just changed Link. That's sort of it.
I wouldn't say that. I think some of the models are much better. Some of them are the same. I think it's definitely like worthy of calling it a remake, I would say.
Oh no, I wouldn't say it's unworthy of being called a remake. I just think like, I don't know. I would like to see them re-release that.
The problem is, for the textures, the problem is the game was on a 240p screen, so a lot of the textures look very low resolution. When the N64 version was also 240p, so.
Yeah, I guess it would be nice if they upscaled them. But even if they didn't upscale them, I'd still wouldn't mind playing it, even if just the game was at a higher resolution.
Yeah, well, there is an emulator.
Yeah, but I mean like commercially. I want to play it like commercially though.
I want a Link Between Worlds 2. That's what I want.
People really liked that game, didn't they?
Yeah, I like that game.
I never played it, but it looked pretty good. How well did it sell? Because I mean,
I don't know. Probably pretty well. It's Zelda. I wonder how Metroid Prime Remastered sold. Did you get that? Metroid Prime Remastered?
Yeah, maybe. Never played original Metroid Prime. I wouldn't be in a hurry because of that.
No, I mean, it's already out.
I mean, maybe I'll get it.
I got the physical copy for it, which probably was a waste of money, but you know, whatever.
I'm not necessarily, because...
I'm not gonna play it anytime soon because I only beat it a couple of years ago.
Yeah, but...
It's like a full-on remake though, it's really cool.
Yeah, it looked good, and everyone I've seen played it. There's a VTuber I followed who played it, who'd never played it before, and she became addicted to it.
Cool.
So clearly the appeal is there.
Yeah, they like redid all the assets and stuff, but they didn't like make any of the gameplay any better, right? The gameplay is still
Well,
very similar.
As long as they didn't make it any worse.
Well, I think that would be a bit bad if they did that.
But it's common though. Like it
Is
happens.
it?
Yeah.
When they make a remake and the gameplay is worse?
It's not unheard of. I mean, parts of the Insane Trilogy were worse.
Were they?
Yeah, the terrain collision was... They added like a sloped collision at the edge of everything, so you'll fall off the edge of stuff by standing on them, whereas on the PS1 everything had a perfectly square hitbox, so even if you just clip to the edge of something, you'd stand on it, and because the levels weren't designed with the sloped edges, some levels became way harder than they used to be. Like there's a
That's
level
lame.
where, like I don't know if you played it, and did you know the level where you're going for like a bridge in like a foggy area?
Yeah, what I did is I just walked on the top part.
on the rope.
Yeah.
But the thing is, that was made harder on the Insane Trilogy version because you can slide off the left and right.
No,
a
I
bit.
didn't think it was that hard. Or whatever.
It's not too bad, but it's harder.
We
than
should
used to
do
be.
like a one shot, like we do the whole game in one stream.
Well, if you're not going for boxes, that game's really really quick.
Yeah.
I will say getting 100% is way more feasible on the remake than it is in the original PS1 version. Because it was a nightmare. Like, you had to do every level without dying. You had to get all the boxes without dying. Where you still have to do that for the colored gems on the Insane Trilogy version, but you can die on all the other levels.
Do you usually
now.
play at like 30 FPS or 60?
Well, I played it when it came out, and it was PS4 exclusive for a while, and it was locked to 30 on that.
Yeah.
But when
I just played it
on,
on PC, so
but the PC version didn't come out till like a year later. Though.
yeah. Well,
But
I didn't
when
play it
I have
right
I have the PC version.
yeah, I didn't play it right away. I waited until it came out on PC so I could play it at 60 FPS.
No, it's good at 60 FPS.
One of the reasons I don't
annoying.
really like Spyro on PS4 is because it's locked to 30.
I only played PS1 Spyro 1 because I was gonna play through all of the PS1 Spyros before the trilogy came out, the remastered trilogy.
I find them really boring.
I liked the first one. I mean, it wasn't a super memorable experience, but it was a fun, nice adventure, and I just kind of lost interest. But I did it like 100% for the first one, but I
It's
never played
everything
the-
I hate about collectathons. It's just collecting stuff without any challenge. You just get like a load of random stuff for no reason.
Yeah, that's fair.
I wish there was
enjoyed
like more actual like platforming or challenge. It's just like go here, get something, and go there and get something.
I mean, there was one challenge near the end that was tough, where you had to do this really specific, like, sprint, like, across a very specific path to, like, reach a really hard to get to the location.
I think I got to like the 4th world before I got bored of it completely and just gave up. But the trophies in that game are pretty good, but that's like kind of lame. Like the best part about the game is getting trophies. I mean, that should be like the least problem of the game.
I mean, there are some games where they're really boring to play through, but they're really fun to try 100%. Like, well, maybe not really fun, but like they're more fun to get 100% than they are to just play. Like Sonic Forces, I would definitely say is like that. Like just playing through.
Well, I
that
feel
game.
like that's like forcing yourself to have fun by doing everything. Like the idea of getting through it all is fun, but like not the actual idea of playing the game itself.
Well, I mean, like if you're going for like S ranks and stuff, it's more interesting because you actually learn the levels, whereas just playing through the
Yeah,
game
I guess
is-
that's true.
Whereas
Well,
if
I'm
you're just playing
talking,
through the
like,
game, it's just
With
like
like Zelda, when you're like unlocking stuff, like going to a certain point in the area and unlocking part of the map. Like the point of doing it isn't fun, but like unlocking something is fun because you're unlocking something, you're getting something new. But like the actual gameplay itself is not exactly that fun. So I feel like I'm forcing myself to have fun by unlocking something, but I'm just doing tasks for the sake of doing tasks.
I mean, what if you're enjoying it? Then...
Well, I don't know if I'm enjoying it or not. I feel like
Well,
I'm...
if you don't know if you're enjoying it, then that's a problem itself. But
Yeah.
if you do it and you're not, if you try to 100% it and you're not enjoying the process of 100%ing it, then that's well, there you go. You're not enjoying it.
Well, I'm getting engrossed in doing it, but I don't know if I'm like having fun or not doing it. Like the idea of doing it is fun, but like
I enjoy 100%. I don't know. I think maybe it's an OCD thing. I just like seeing checklists get ticked off.
it's
So
me too.
So 100% in games is kind of appealing to me in that sense. Which is why I like collectathons, I guess. I like looking at the stage at the end and being like, yeah, everything's...
I don't mind collectathons. I just want something to do to get the thing instead of just getting it, just by finding it, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there was some challenges in Spyro. I don't think it was all just handed off right. But I also don't remember it super well, so maybe I'm not...
How do I get this thing off me?
Maybe I shouldn't try to sell it. Not that I need to sell Spyro, enough people like Spyro already.
Yeah, I thought it was way too easy.
I'm a little mixed on the whole that Crash Rumble thing that's coming out, the like multiplayer thing. I
They
just
should
hate that in
remake
order-
Wrath of Cortex.
I mean, there's some people that want that, but a lot of people also kind of hate that game. I'd be fine with it, but
How do I get this thing off me? Oh, this time. They should remake Sonic R.
a lot of people were kind of hoping that's what Team Sonic Racing was when they first announced it.
What?
Well, because Team Sonic Racing, when they first teased it, they only highlighted it was like a shadowed logo with only the R showing. The R was done in the same style as the R in the Sonic R logo. So people thought, oh, is this going to be like a remake of Sonic R? But no, it was just a throwback in the logo that they teased.
Interesting.
Kind of mean of him. It had nothing to do with Sonic R at all. Other than the fact that it is a Sonic racing game. Which I guess makes it sound like there's a lot in
I
common,
choose the
but
level! I wish I knew how to get this damn...
with fourth Chaos Emerald.
Yeah, the fourth Chaos Emerald. What?
That's a quote from the Shadow the Hedgehog game. You know about that?
No. Never played
Everyone
that.
just- well, everyone just finds it the pinnacle of like how overly cheesily dark that game is. There's literally a line where he says, "Where's the damn fourth Chaos Emerald?" Like everyone just was like, "Come on."
Does he say the F word?
No, it says "damn," which is for Sonic. That's
It's not even that bad, it's really pretty tame.
for
to be
Sonic.
honest.
That's bad. Sonic, because they don't even say "damn" in Sonic.
Remember like, in like the Ninja Turtles movie they say damn a lot. Apparently that's like a really bad word for PG film.
Damn is
So I don't-
considered like the pseudo swear word.
Yeah, it's barely a swear word, I would say.
It's
It's like
baby's
the
first
tamest.
swear word. It's not really a swear.
Not really. Is Kuso, it's like Kuso more like damn or the F word?
More like damn.
Yeah.
Though people translate it as the S word. Sometimes.
In One
It's more-
Piece, in the Funimation dub of One Piece, they say the shit a lot. They say shit. But I think shit is now not even a swear word because a lot of people say shit
Oh, no,
and
it's-
like.
It's a swear word. It's just that in anime, people. The ratings in Japan are weird because some people have this idea that, oh, you can like have blood and swearing in anime, but when it comes to the things that they actually censor, they're very strict about it. Like,
No, but I'm saying in a lot of PG films they say the shit a lot now. So I feel like shit has gone down the peg in terms of how mature it is.
I mean, there were films rated like 12 that would have that word in it.
Well, I mean, New Guardians of
was-
the Galaxy film is rated 12 and it has the F word in it, so.
I think, well, when it comes to films, they tend to be more lenient. When it comes to TV, less lenient because I guess if you could hypothetically just tune into a TV and just hear the word out of context. And it's,
Yeah, that's interesting because One Piece on TV is rated PG. But on
Yeah.
but it's uncut, and then on the DVD it's rated 14, so that doesn't make any sense.
is it? Yeah, that is weird. Is it? Maybe it's just different ratings board or something. I don't know.
No, it's the same one, but it's rated differently for some random reason.
Oh,
Maybe they got an
so
error.
It's rated by the same people.
I think so, yeah, because it's like the TV rating.
Because TV rating, I mean, that is still strange. Regardless. I know they censored the TV version of Dragon Ball Kai.
Well, they did in Subways, but I think they had it like uncut on Toonami at like 8 o'clock at night or something.
Yeah. Well, they had a pretty censored version on Nickelodeon,
Nicktoons.
and Nicktoons, and a super censored version on the 4Kids TV channel they had.
CNX by the CW,
Something like CW.
which is like the worst fucking thing ever.
Where they made Mr. Popo blue.
And they made the Super Woman show, and it's really bad CGI. I like Blue Popo.
It's funny though, because in the credits, he's still black. But when he shows up in the actual show, he's...
Why is that so offensive for him to be black? I mean, why do they? Why is that like? Why is that
because-
too mature for kids?
It's because his design is based off like an old like cartoon stereotype of a black
Yeah, but
person
like
called-
that's not the question. The question is, why is it okay for the Nicktoons version to have that, but not the Toonami version, the 4Kids version? It's like it doesn't make
I don't
any
know.
sense.
It's-
Like, how is
no,
that too like how is that inappropriate for some certain kids but not other kids? I mean,
don't know.
surely if it's racist for one set of kids, it's racist for the other. I mean,
but
surely it's not
guess-
like an age thing. It's more like a
ratings and censorship is strange sometimes.
doesn't make any sense.
It's hard to kind of understand it. Maybe
And
surprised
the whole
people.
like 4Kids like gun water pistol thing made no sense either. I mean, because like other shows had guns in it, but not One Piece. And then they had then Funimation took over and it was the exact same rating, but then they had all the guns and stuff back.
Well, when Funimation first aired it on Cartoon Network, they still had some censors.
Yeah, but they didn't like turn the guns into like water pistols, and they didn't.
I don't know. Were there even any guns to change? Because they started with like
Yeah.
a specific part.
Yeah.
Like it. Like
They
when?
were. In the Jaya arc, where they're like in the town. They had
Oh.
guns.
Um,
And also, I don't think they removed any of the boobs either in the Funimation version, where they did that in the 4Kids version.
no, they didn't do any like visual edits like that. They only edited the stuff they absolutely had to, whereas 4Kids were editing it to fit their kind of strange marketing, which is like, it's stupid because it feels like they didn't properly research the show before they bought it, because it's like they had
Also-
to.
Also, all the music for 4Kids is like the exact same, like American style music. It all sounds the exact same. Like all their shows have the exact same sounding music. It's so weird. Like you can tell if you're watching like an American dubbed anime because of the same music. It sounds the exact same.
They released, they finally released Uncut Sonic X on DVD
When was that?
pretty recently.
How did they uncut it? Because surely like the dialogue is made
No,
for the.
it's not an English dub. It's just the Japanese version. But
Oh,
it never had like a uncut, uncensored like
So they released it in the West in
with
Japanese,
with subtitles.
but not English dub.
Well, because they would have actually had to make a new English dub for it.
Wow. It's funny how like the Yu-Gi-Oh dub is the exact same now, but like even though 4Kids doesn't exist anymore, the English dub is still pretty much the same.
Is Yu-Gi-Oh still ongoing? I don't know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh, so.
They play cards.
No, I said no. No, I said, is it still ongoing?
I mean,
Like, are they still making new Yu-Gi-Oh?
yep, I think so.
'Cause I don't know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh, like, in terms of, like, other than, like, the very base, like, cliff notes of what it's about. I've never, like, really watched it properly or anything.
It's very boring.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but a lot of people really like it, and more power to them.
I don't really like watching people do stuff. I mean, like Pokemon, it's just watching people tell people what to do, and it's the same with Yu-Gi-Oh! You're just watching people, like, like, watching people announce stuff. It's, like, very boring. At least with, like, the original Pokemon anime, they do stuff other than Pokemon battles, but, like, in the new shows, they just do, like...
They don't even
Most-
have Ash Ketchum anymore, don't they?
No, but that doesn't really matter.
And yeah, no, you're right, that was kind of unrelated, sorry.
I mean, he's
The reason
barely
I-
a character, he's more like a mascot, like Mario is kind of a
No,
mascot.
the only reason I said that was because I don't really have like any opinion one way or the other, because I'm not really into the Pokemon anime. To
Well,
be
I'm
honest,
not
not
either.
really-
Every time I try and watch it, I get bored to shit of it though. Like everybody said the X and Y one was really good, but I found it was really boring, so... The only one I've seen is like the season 6, which was like the advanced one, the Ruby and Sapphire first season. And that was okay, but... You know... Goomba riding in a shoe.
If I'm honest, I just don't care about the Pokemon, the world of Pokemon at all. Like, I don't care about the story of it or anything. I only care about playing the game.
I mean, isn't the story like very important to the game? Like Black and White is very rely on the story.
Yeah, I just like battling and stuff.
That's like my least favorite part. I like the story and the characters and stuff. That's why I like watching like Let's Plays of it, because it's like mostly on like talking to the characters and already about the gameplay itself.
Well, what I mean, it's not so much just the static battling. I like the idea of like building up a team and like, you know, picking. and
Yeah, I
choosing,
find that too.
That's the whole game, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't really like the game part of Pokemon.
Fair enough.
I find that too. What's that word where it's like?
Tedious?
No, not tedious. Like intimidating.
Oh, I don't.
Because I can never think of which Pokemon to use.
The ones you like. You can use.
Yeah, but
them
I
in the
always
game.
do that.
I mean,
And I can never find the one I like because they're always at like the end of the game.
the ones you like.
And also I always want to have ones that are like different types, like different, you know, grass type, ice,
Yeah.
desert, boss.
I think that's the best way to do it.
I can never figure out which ones to use.
Yeah, fair enough. But not everyone's not fair. Yeah, not fair.
That's why I like other RPGs where they pick the characters for you, like Persona 5. It's a lot
It's
easier
not-
to do that.
Still have to swap your party members.
Yeah,
and
but I
that.
always know which party members I want, so
That's fair.
I just use the same party members every single time.
I will admit, I did that the first time I played. I just used the same members. I
Yeah,
don't
use
like having
Joker,
to...
Ryuji, Haru, and Morgana. That's about
I
it.
just used the default ones by default. Like, I just use...
What I like about Persona 5 is that all the characters level up at the same time. And with Pokemon, that doesn't work like that. You have to like...
it does now.
Well, not like the same, because it's like
No,
they get
the
less. The less experience.
No, it's the same now. Literally, it's all the same now.
Alright, well that's good, but... The old ones aren't like that. Like, if
some-
I wanted to play Heart Gold, I wouldn't be able to do that.
Some people hate it, to be honest. They force you to do it now. You can't even turn it off.
Well, they don't hate Persona 5 and they force that in Persona 5.
Well,
so-
yeah, but they're not the same people, though.
Huh?
I'm saying there are a lot of Pokemon fans that hate the thing, but they're not necessarily the same people that like Persona 5, is what I'm saying.
I don't know why you wouldn't want to do that though. It sounds like just more tedious, like less tedious. It's like complaining about quality of life. Why would you complain about quality of life, you know? I don't get it. I mean, some options are good, but if it's options that are like affecting, making the game like more annoyingly tedious, I don't understand it. It's like, if you want a more tedious game, just play like the old games that are more tedious. It's like, that's why I say.
I mean, I don't see why. I mean, some people just like the idea of having to make choices of like, okay, I need to get this Pokemon to this level, or I should try and win this battle with this one which may struggle more because it needs to. I don't know. There is some interesting.
Yeah, but it's a
choices you
level
can make.
system. Of course it's going to be harder.
Well, some people like that.
Well, how about instead they just make, like,
I mean, I mean, not everyone has
make
to like
the
it.
AI better, you know, instead of having it just be levels. 'Cause I don't see that as a challenge, I just see that as more of a, like a limit threshold. It's kind of like...
There's
how
no
in-
challenge playing through a Pokemon game anymore. They're that
Exactly.
pretty much
Yeah.
in.
I don't think there ever was, because all you can do is just, like, make your
Oh.
characters level 100, and then the challenge is gone, basically.
I mean, you could say that about any RPG, though.
Yeah, but that's the point. I say the challenge comes from like how the AI reacts to you more than anything.
Well, apparently
Like I
they
don't think
made-
playing on having the characters do more damage to you. I don't think that's a challenge. I just think that makes it more tedious and
Well, they said that they intentionally made them easier because kids don't have as much patience now as they used to, thanks to like smartphone games and stuff like that. I'm fine with them having the easy option, but I don't like that all the Pokemon fans are kind of left out.
Well, I just think they should just make AI that's more that does harder moves, like thinks about the game more and does like more to fuck you up instead of like, you know.
The AI does vary in intelligence though in Pokemon.
Well then, like have a harder difficulty that makes the AI more aware of what you're doing.
Well, I mean, that's part of the reason why the games are easier now. 'Cause
Exactly,
one
that's
of
what I
the
say they should do, and I can understand why people are annoyed about that. But I don't think having EXP share turned off is a great addition. I mean, I don't think that's necessary.
Well, I think they should give you the option, because some people like being able to sort of have to get their Pokemon.
Do you
I
think
don't know,
Persona 5 should have the option though?
not necessarily. Well, I wouldn't say. Well, some people just like to play it that way. Like the thing is, you're saying not everyone who likes them. You're saying there's a crossover, but it's not the same people necessarily. Persona 5 is a pretty different game.
But it's still an RPG and it still has like level-based things, and they're
Yeah.
still leveling up. And as you level up, it gets easier.
I can't really explain it, but some people just like having to kind of make choices about, you know, should I just use my best Pokemon while all my other ones don't get any stronger and then run into obstacles, or should I risk fighting a battle that like I might struggle with more, but then get my team more evenly like distributed in XP, and I don't know. There's some interesting choices.
Well, I just
Sometimes-
think making the level lower for your character, it's just like, isn't really a challenge. It's just like a handicap for you instead of it being challenging.
Yeah, some people like it. Some people don't. I think both people should be able to eat and have fun.
Oh,
I
not
don't
my
think
decision.
force-
But I don't really care.
Well-
you know.
Well, I mean, some people like quite a lot of people genuinely like doing it that way. I mean, if you don't like doing it that way, that's fair enough. But I personally, the way I
Yeah,
see
but the
it,
reason is because they haven't played any other RPGs.
I don't agree.
But you just said
you're-
that you're fine with it being in Persona 5, but you're not fine with it being in Pokemon.
Well, I'm
so-
only speaking for myself, though. I'm talking about others. I'm fine in Persona 5, and also I don't play Persona 5 with the same mindset that I play Pokemon. Those aren't the same experience for me.
What mindset do you play Pokemon in?
I play
Oh, I suck
Pokemon
at
with the
this.
mindset of building up a team and playing Pokemon, whereas Persona 5 it's all done for you, and a lot of the optimization's more about the personas you bring along and the fusions you do and stuff like that.
Yeah, but why do you want to play Pokemon where all the levels, like, let's say you have like a level 50 Pokemon that you're fighting against, but then your characters are like level 10. Why do you think that makes the game more fun?
I'm not saying it makes the game objectively more fun.
I'm not saying it
even
makes it.
that-
I'm saying why do you think it makes it more fun?
I'm not saying it's I want it. I'm saying the people want it. I never said I wanted it.
Oh, okay.
I think people should be able to choose what they do, is what I'm saying. Because I know that some people, and not just a few people, quite a lot of people, like having the XP share off. And it used to be something you could choose between, and now it's not. So the way I see it, all they've done is force you to play a certain way, whereas before you could choose to play a certain way. Because what's not fun for one person could be fun for someone else. Like, there's no objective rule to fun. Like,
Well, I think they're looking in the wrong way. I think they should be asking for like better ways of challenging instead of just like having a level cap that makes it like virtual, like artificial difficulty sliders like in most games.
I
I think
mean,
they
maybe,
should.
But the
They
point
should be
is,
asking
they
for
did-
different kinds of difficulty instead of just that. You know?
I mean, maybe, but the point is, they had something and they took it away and didn't really give it anything, put anything else in its place. So maybe you're right. Maybe there are more fun ways they could do it, but the point is, they didn't. Though
Yeah,
all they did
true.
was take something away and give them nothing to make up for it, basically. Which I think is.
Yeah, but
what
they're also
barbecue-
playing a game that was like heavily rushed. So I
Yeah,
don't
well,
know
that's
what
the
you
thing.
expect.
Well, that's the thing. There's a lot wrong with those games. Actually,
Exactly.
to be honest, though, visual polish aside, Sword and Shield wasn't too bad. Like there was some
Well,
really
I would disagree with that. I
thought
played
it-
that game and I hated it. I thought
I
it was so boring.
I filled the Pokedex. I enjoyed it.
Oh, I never filled the Pokedex, but I did beat the main game and I played some of the DLC. I haven't really played the new one though. But I think visually the new one looks a lot better.
I think it looks incredibly worse.
Really? Wow.
What,
I
Sword
thought like it
Shield?
looks like
Sword and Shield? Oh, not Sword and Shield. Sorry. Yeah, Sword and Shield. Yeah. Wait.
no, I think Violet and Scarlet look better than Sword
Oh
and
no,
Shield.
I'm talking about Scarlet and Violet. No, Sword and Shield was garbage. No, I keep getting Scarlet, Violet, and Sword and Shield mixed up for some reason. No, I meant to say I like Scarlet and Violet. I
Oh,
thought
okay.
visually they were pretty ugly, but the actual game was pretty fun. I think.
No, I think they look better than Sword and Shield visually. But
Oh no. Well, yeah, but I also feel like Sword and Shield didn't look that great for them. Like I feel
no,
like
it's
not
way
hot
too.
for-
It looks brown and muddy and ugly. I just don't like the aesthetic. Like in terms of artistic, it looks better, but in terms of tech, it's not that great because the draw distance is very low. Unless you play it on like an emulator where it looks vastly better. You know, if you play it on an
Yeah.
emulator, it looks really good. I think.
Even on an emulator, I don't think it would fix the problems of like the weird textures and geometry and stuff. feel
Yeah, I
like
haven't really
there's-
played Scarlet and Violet that much, so. But yeah, I beat Sword and Shield, and I freaking thought that game was really boring, and also.
No, it is. And the problem is that the team that's been making these games has been making handhelds for years, and now they're suddenly.
Well, I think like
making-
freaking Sun and Moon looks better than Sword and Shield, so.
Well, that's what I'm saying though, because they were able to, because they're working within the confines of what the 3DS can do, whereas now they've got to do more, which is something they were prepared for because they've been only been making handhelds for years. So the team was woefully unprepared. They were unprepared for Sword and Shield. Still unprepared for Scarlet and Violet.
All they have to
Really
do
just
is just make a 3DS game and then scale it up for the Switch. It's not that hard. I mean, if they ported Sun and Moon to the Switch, it would have looked a lot better than Sword and Shield. I would have thought.
Probably. Well, I don't know. I think the main. I think there's just. The problem is the Pokemon development pipeline is such a mess. Like, it's disappointing that because I think if Nintendo themselves and not Game Freak, if it was all more down to Nintendo, they would never release something of that level of quality. Because Nintendo, even when Nintendo makes games that people don't like, they're usually at least polished. So I think it's really disappointing that Scarlet and Violet, Sword and Shield came out the way they did. We should be able to expect better. I don't think that's.
And
the
people
reason.
keep buying it, so they probably won't do anything about it. So whatever.
It's true. People are gonna buy it no matter how bad it is.
Because it's a game for kids, and kids have parents that don't really care about what the game is. They just buy it for the birthday and the Christmas.
I feel like there's a lot of adults that still like Pokemon though, that mostly just play the old ones on emulators, and I feel like that's an untapped market that Nintendo's just kind of neglecting.
I think the majority of people that are buying these Pokemon games are like parents though, for kids, their Christmas. I would say it's like 70% and then 30% are like the core fans that are like buying it because they like Pokemon. They're
Well, I
like in their
think there-
20s.
I think there is an untapped part of the Pokemon audience that like is older and would like to play kind of a newer.
I mean, you are kind of right. Yeah.
They're just not catered to because Nintendo, for whatever reason, doesn't want to do that. I don't know. But the point is, though, even like let's say like a lot of people were disappointed by 3D World, not because it was bad, but because it was like more
Safe.
Yeah, and I think, but the thing is, even though people were saying that, I don't think anyone would have ever said like, "Oh, this game is unpolished." Like it was polished, like it was
Yeah.
clearly like had the Nintendo polish. Whereas you can't say that about like the new Pokemon anymore, which is really a shame. Because I think it makes Nintendo usually been able to rely on Nintendo for polish. And now you do.
I would say like Pokemon X and Y was polished though, or like the 3DS games.
Well, yeah, they were polished. That's what I'm saying. Like once they started making full-blown like Switch games, that was no longer the case, which is really a shame. I think.
They just need to hire more graphic designers because I feel like the actual game itself, they're not much like, in terms of like the actual games themselves, they're not exactly much evolved from the 3DS games, but the graphics are just better, you know?
No,
So
I
what they just
agree.
need to do is hire more graphic designers and then they can make the games better and faster.
I'm gonna be honest. I've been running around. I've been doing the same level for like the past 20 minutes. I think my brain's out of juice, so I might.
Yo, we can stop
might-
now. Let's stop.
when we come- Okay.
Well, let's do it next time and maybe beat the game next time, I don't know.